You are listening to the Average Pundits podcast on your favorite streaming platform.
Hiya guys, and welcome back to the Average Pundits podcast. And yes, it's coming home. It is coming home. We're riding the wave off the 2-0 win against Germany. Reece has got it in the background. He's got the shirt in his hand. You know what time it is. But my God, what a game. Reece, I assumed you were present and watching the game. How'd you find it?
Oh, I was watching it with my dad with a Papa John's. Sponsor us Papa John's, please. I mean, if I'm being honest, right, every England game I come to, I'm never optimistic. I always want to be pleasantly surprised by the games, and it was today. The first half was it was kind of feeling each other out, and the second half we went out there and we did our thing. But I think one of the main things to take away from it was that as soon as Jack Grealish came on the pitch, we were able to open up the defence. He was incredible today, and I don't think he like, from the pundits that I've heard and from social media, I don't think Jack Grealish has got enough attention from tonight.
No, I think he is the guy. I think he definitely does deserve a lot of credit. But I mean, we definitely cannot discount the amazing Raheem Sterling, 3 goals at the Euros now, for absolutely fantastic goal scoring form. Harry Kane finally getting that goal, hopefully getting his confidence going forward to these next few games, which, I mean, in theory, you never know. Don't want to say too much, but hopefully we could have a good run now. But, Harry Kane getting that goal is so important for his confidence. But also, I'll tell you what, he may have come off for Jack Grealish, but Bukayo Saka, again, with such a good performance again.
He was a breath of fresh air.
Definitely. I feel so sorry for Sancho not being able to get on the pitch. Same with Rashford. But at the moment, like, Sterling scoring, I feel sorry for Calvert-Lewin as well. But, I mean, Sterling's getting the goals on that left. Saka's had 2 really dominant performances. Jack Grealish has come off for him and has been playing really good as well. At the moment, we've got talent all over the pitch.
Vroom.
I'm going to leave dynamite. You may as well just keep it going from there. We're by a busy road, bloody motorbikes.
Yeah, I was going to say, me and Joe were speaking off camera, and we're like, yeah, we're both pretty by main roads where we are at the moment. I'm in a new location. This is a new setting. There's no green screen behind me. There's a green wall and a blackboard. So any requests to go on the blackboard, as long as they're decent suggestions. I'll stick you on the blackboard for each time that we're on the podcast.
It's just constant, just motorbikes delivering pizzas. That's all I'm getting past me. Everyone's just absolutely bladdered off the Euros and is trying to soak up with some pizza. So fair enough. Everyone enjoy the pizza. But again, other key performances on the pitch. Jordan Pickford with some amazing saves. To tell you what, when he's in an England shirt, I mean, Dean Henderson and Nick Pope have definitely been putting the pressure on him. But obviously, with those two out, so far, Jordan Pickford has been very safe in that goal. So fair play to him. Luke Shaw, again, another fantastic performance. I heard Jermaine Genius at the start of the first half criticise Shaw, and I kind of thought, I was like, well, for what? I thought he was handling the pressure really well at the back, and then he's been making some extremely key passes. He's been very influential in this game. Calvin Phillips, Harry Maguire, John Stones, all over the pitch, we were performing well. Kieran Trippier had a good game. Declan Rice had a good game. That was definitely the best performance so far that we've seen. And what a time to pull it out of the bag. Absolutely good. We can draw against Scotland, but we can beat Germany 2-0.
Thing is, though, like, it was mental, like, because before the game even started, we were playing 7 defensive players. We played a back 5 and 2 holding midfielders, and I thought that we were setting up to hold out for extra time and then kind of go at them in extra time and tire their legs out. But no, we played really positively, which was a very big surprise. So I wouldn't be expecting. I mean, we kind of played a back 4/3 with the 2 wide backs in the World Cup. That's how this is how we played. But I think we played like a 5-3-2. It was like 3 in midfield, 2 wing backs, 3 defenders, and then we had Kane and Rashford. Not Rashford, it was Kane and Sterling. Sorry. But yeah, it works. It worked today. Saka was a great burst of energy. He couldn't quite handle it for the entire game. Same with Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips. They were phenomenal. Germany couldn't get anywhere near them. Declan Rice made Leon Goretzka look like a B-class player, and he's really not. He's one of the best young centre midfielders in the world. So credit to this England team. Like all around, there was not. I don't think there was a bad performance. Even Kane, Kane got more on the ball, and that's why I think Kane needs to stay on the pitch for the full 90 minutes, because if you get chances like that, you get a Luke Shaw cross, he's going to try and get on the end of it. He's going to be in the right position. So credit to the entire team. I don't have any negatives from this game.
No, nor do I. Absolutely nothing to take away from that in disappointment. I think, like you said, Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips, obviously two players outside of the top six clubs at the moment. West Ham had a fantastic season. Leeds did very good for their first season in the Premier League as well. But those two players, oh my God, they would improve so many of the big clubs. Honestly, I love both of them. I wasn't sold on Calvin Phillips. I wasn't sold on him until we started playing him, and now you can see why. My God, he's such an impressive player, honestly. Like you said, no criticism whatsoever. And the beauty of this, obviously, we're now going into the quarterfinals, and we will be facing either Sweden or the Ukraine. So, two sides which maybe you wouldn't have expected to get this far in the competition. Both sides definitely do have players that can make differences in a game, but we've got obviously a very good chance of going up against someone which we could on paper go for. I'm not sure if you'd favour Sweden or the Ukraine. I'm not sure which one you'd go for if you had the choice.
I'd probably go for Ukraine. Sweden have a very good side. They've got a lot of young talent there. But then again, we played them in the World Cup. We managed to get past them as well. And I think that they do all offer a lot of really good, a lot of really, great things going forward. Isaac, who's been, Real Sociedad, I think he plays for, in La Liga. And he's been phenomenal for them. He's been one of the ones that's been initiating the attacks. He got an assist for Forsberg against Poland in their last group game, I think, when they won 3-2. Obviously you got Forsberg, Clayson as well. Kulusevski as well. He plays for Juventus off the right hand side. I think that Sweden team brings a lot of talent. Not saying that, not taking anything away from Ukraine as well. It was really cool to see them getting out the group as well and trying to keep on track. It's been really, really good to see how they are. But for me, I think like when you compare the two, I mean, even Victor Lindelof for Sweden, he has his inconsistencies for Manchester United, but I think he can bring a lot to the side. You look at how a team like the Ukraine set up. They set up with a back three. They're set on the break. They got Yarmolenko, who scored an amazing goal in the group stages. Obviously, Zinchenko, who's used to playing as a left back for Man City, is now playing on the left hand side of midfield. So it's been a revelation. But I do expect the game as we're recording right now is being played. So you guys will know once the video comes out, and I guess we'll know once that game's over who we'll be facing on this Saturday. So everyone watching or listening, please stay tuned to our podcast next week for instant reactions of either it's coming home or we're going to be very disappointed.
Yeah, fingers crossed we're still keeping this mentality, still riding the wave. And obviously the rest of the quarterfinals, if you weren't familiar, you've got Switzerland versus Spain. That's going to be an interesting little game as well. Switzerland with a massive upset against France. I mean, the game itself was fantastic. Benzema, an incredible touch and goal. Pogba scored an absolute screamer. Granit Xhaka probably produced a man of the match performance. Absolutely championed Switzerland. Kylian Mbappe with a penalty miss.
Yesterday was one of the best days for football. So it was that good. So I went out with my uncle and my cousin for the first time I've seen him in years. And it was just after the Spain game, and we managed to catch a bit of extra time. We saw the end of that game. We saw the beginning of the France game, and we were like, right, the football's been so good. If we leave now at half time, we can get back in time for the second half. And honestly, the penalty shootout. I think I was sat next to my dad, and someone in his group chat said that Mbappe would miss the penalty, and I was like, nah. I could see it at the time, but I was like, he'll probably took it away. He's calm and collected. No, you can see on the replay the way that he opens his body up. He's going to try and cut it to the left. And Sommer, he's a very, very good keeper for Switzerland. He plays for Borussia Mönchengladbach. Very, very good keeper. So yesterday's football, if you haven't seen any of the highlights, please, there was the goals galore. Please go and check out those games. And
Yeah,
as an ambulance starts going past, that's the like I think the 10th siren I've heard today.
10th siren, yeah. Well, there you go. That's football season for you. Apologies if there was any lagging in that there. But hopefully that did come through for you and everything. But obviously we are now.
As we're recording, I'm in a new setup, as you can see, with the blackboard and stuff behind me. I'm in a new location. So the internet's not as good as when I was alone in a student house. That was very nice, but I had to move away. So yeah, you'll have to bear with us for the next couple of weeks. Unfortunately, it's not the strongest of Wi-Fi.
But moving swiftly on, Belgium and Italy. That's going to be more of an interesting game. Obviously, they will probably at this moment in time be the two probably favourites to go on and do it, but only one of them can progress. Czech Republic and Denmark, two nations again, absolutely fantastic to get to the stage they're in, especially Denmark, obviously losing such a critical player, such horrific fashion. And, they're doing him proud in the quarterfinals of the Euros. So absolutely massive credit to Denmark. That we are going to be facing coming up very soon. So guys, little short one today. We wanted to get our immediate reactions in. As always, you can get a hold of us on Twitter at Pundits Average, Facebook and Instagram at The Average Pundits. And you can inquire to be on the show if you want to come in and give your opinions on football and all things Premier League at theaveragepundits@outlook.com. And then also, if you're listening to this on your favorite streaming service, whether that's Spotify, Apple Music, give us a little follow. And on YouTube, please, the all-important like and subscribe, especially in the time of the Euros. Share some of the joy, share some of the spirit around. Let's keep it all going. Let's keep the England mentality going. England, it's coming home. Reece, thank you very much for joining me as always, mate.
Of course. Like it says on the board, it's coming home. And if you want to get on the board, subscribe. I'll put the names of subscribers on that whiteboard. The more you subscribe, the more of you on the board. That's a promise. And this it's coming home is never getting rubbed off because we're going all the way to the final. We're going all the way. Come on.
What an incentive. There you go, guys. Thank you very much, as always, and we will see you next time.